Okay, I had to give number 6 its own video. We call upon the Government of Canada to repeal, take away, Section 43 of the Criminal Code of Canada. Now, you know we have to go look that up. We can't just stop and say, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. No, we need to know what they're asking, so let's go see. Okay, so don't come at me because I'm not doing a research paper. I just did a very quick Google search of Section 43 Criminal Code of Canada because I'm just trying to read this book, right? I'm not trying to, like, learn a whole criminal code, although maybe one day, okay? So, provides a legal defense for parents, teachers, and caregivers to use reasonable physical force to correct a child or pupil under their care, referred to as the spanking law, fixed up in 2004. However, in 2004, they decided that you can still do it to 2 to 12-year-olds. However, you cannot use a belt or a ruler, or you can't, like, hit them with an object anymore. Also, it must be corrective, not driven by rage or anger. The 2004 ruling clarified that teachers may use reasonable force to remove a student from a classroom or ensure compliance, but not corporal punishment. Controversy and legal status. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada call action number 6, and child advocacy groups have called for its repeal, arguing it contravenes with the Charter and harms children. Despite various attempts, such as Bill C-273 and others, Section 43 has not been repealed and remains in criminal code. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's pretty easy to remove. For the record, as teachers, we 100% do not put our hands on children. We are not supposed to touch them whatsoever. We're not even supposed to be in a room with them when, like, a door is closed and stuff like that. Like, their safety is top priority, okay? However, this idea of, like, we need to be taking kids out of class and kids need to be so misbehaved and blah, blah, blah. This is all like a power issue, right? Like, things should never escalate to that. I've never had any student ever get so escalated to the point that, like, they're doing something bad or dangerous. Even the misbehaved kids. Maybe if you stop labeling them as misbehaved, you would stop treating them as misbehaved, you would stop seeing them as misbehaved, and then you would address them differently. Because 100%, I don't think that people are trying to willingly raise bullying children, but, like, they are, because you want to teach them to bully and then you create bullies, you know what I mean? So, like, this should be taken out of law because corporal punishment does not need to happen. I don't understand why somebody off the side of their desk can't just do this. This would be, boom, check off the list, we're down to 93. Is it because you just don't want to admit that we did all of those problems, and then if we did all those problems in the past, we might have to pay for it now in money because you decided that money was the way that we pay people back for treating them like absolute garbage? Like suing people in the US of A? You don't really want to set that precedent here? Well, then why don't you figure out how we can reconcile? Because you better start telling the truth, you know what I mean?